recklessness of American political and military decisions of the recent past is starting to boomerang at the United States itself. On December 13, 2001, US President George Bush announced the one-sided US withdrawal from the Treaty on the Limitation of Anti-Ballistic Missile System. The official motivation of the White House was extremely foggy. Something about growing nuclear threat from third countries like Pakistan and even South African Republic, which by that time had already abandoned its nuclear power program, was said. It was nothing but a clumsy Washington excuse to cover up new US military expansion. Soon it became clear Americans started deployment in so-called forward areas of missile defense, supposedly designed to intercept North Korean and Iranian ballistic missiles in Europe, which was quite ridiculous, since North Korea's missiles are much closer to flight to America through Pacific Ocean than roundabout way across Eurasia and Atlantic. Iran simply hadn't such missiles, as it does not have today, not to mention the completely stupid idea of an Iranian rocket attack on Europe. Russians were not fooled by Americans and operate from the assumption that US missile defense areas in Europe are located exactly for conveniently intercepting Russian intercontinental ballistic missiles at the first, most vulnerable stage of the flight. But the United States remained completely deaf to Russia's concerns and continued to build up missile defense forces right on the Russian border. Russia had no choice but to take right measures to ensure its own security. Firstly, measures were taken to counter the threat from strategic missile forces on the Russian Federation, which came from the advanced areas of the US missile defense. The solution was about creating strike systems designed to defeat American missile defense targets, as well as introducing latest S-400 air defense system, the ability to create an impenetrable curtain for American anti-missile missiles during the launch of Russian ISMB. Already at this stage, some confusion among American military leadership was noticed. They realized Russian countermeasures actually destroyed the value of their advanced missile defense areas, which will no longer be able to solve the main task of stopping a Russian responsive strike against the United States. However, Russia did not stop there, and since America has voluntarily abandoned all the deterrent restrictions on missile defense, Russian leadership has been able to use this situation to its own advantage. As you know, Russian anti-aircraft and anti-missile defense technologies are the best and most advanced in the world today. Only air defense systems S-400 Triumph is worldwide famous with huge order backlog and firm place in the global market. When the US made careless decision to withdraw from ABM treaty, it automatically put them in a losing position. First of all, because their own developments in this area are more than poor, and here is the latest information on the subject. The United States conducted another test of sea-based Aegis missile defense system northwest of Hawaii, during which it was possible to intercept only one of two simultaneously launched short-range ballistic missiles, reported US Military Defense Agency. It is noted that the test of FDM-33 was the most difficult mission of the ABM agency in recent years. It was carried out using Aegis missile defense ship equipped with latest SM-6 Dual-2 anti-missile missiles. On May 29, during flight tests launched from the ship, two of the newest SM-6 Dual-2 interceptors at once failed to intercept the target in form of training medium-range ballistic missile. Meanwhile, Russia in fact received unlimited opportunities to implement its bravest and most promising military technical ideas, the concentrated expression of which has become the world's only and completely unique in its capabilities anti-aircraft missile system S-500 Prometheus. The Ministry of Defense of Russian Federation has just signed the first contract with corporation VKO Almaz Ante for the supply of the first batch of 10 S-500 Prometheus anti-aircraft missile systems. And this is just another stage in the development of famous Soviet-Russian long-range air defense systems S-300, S-400. There is a clear transition from quantity to quality, in which further development of weapon systems gives completely new strategic results. According to information circulating in open sources, the S-500 Prometheus air defense system, capable of destroying all existing and potential aerospace attack weapons, including warheads of intercontinental ballistic missiles, at altitudes up to 200 km, at range up to 500 km. The first Soviet A-35 interceptor missiles were capable of intercepting nuclear warheads of enemies' ISBM at ranges of no more than 20-30 km. Moreover, with this guaranteed elimination, nuclear explosion was also required. One way or another, but such a missile defense system is no way guaranteed reliable, and most importantly, safe protection against a nuclear attack by the enemy. However, S-500 air defense system real tactical and technical characteristics, of which are even higher than those publicly announced, radically changes the whole picture of missile defense. First, the S-500 missile defense system is capable of hitting any ballistic targets at a significant distance, including territories outside Russia and at the same time practically in open space. In massive use of S-500, probability of causing significant damage to the territory of Russian Federation and its population, even in the event of massive nuclear missile attack by the enemy, is minimized. Secondly, S-500 initially created in a mobile version, it can be used to create effective groups of missile defense forces and weapons in any region of the country, depending on military necessity. At the same time, mobility of the systems themselves practically excludes possibility of their early destruction even with hypersonic missiles, which enemy forces does not have yet. After the full-scale deployment of S-500 in the complete absence of anti-missile defense systems, effectiveness of which is similar to the potential enemy of the Russian Federation, our country will receive not only a significant but decisive advantage over the United States in terms of readiness not just to repel nuclear missile attack, but also to the victorious outcome of such a military clash for Russia. Well, this is the result of a reckless American decision 20 years ago to withdraw from ABM treaty in order to obtain certain advantages over Russia, which turned out to be illusory. Today America faces the prospect of receiving a knockout blow from Russia, to which it simply cannot reasonably respond. In the wise book of Ancients of the Bible it was written, "Time to scatter stones and time to collect them." So, the time when America could toughly scatter stones around the world is finally over, and today it's time to collect them. They have yet to pay the bills of history with well accurate interest. If you liked the video, be sure to subscribe and ring the bell.